Conversations with Kendell, Lenice. I'm your girl, Kendell, Lenice. For those of you that are tuning in now for the first time, welcome to Konversations. I'm a life coach. I'm a motivational speaker. I am an author, and my main goal in life is to motivate, uplift, and inspire people. So I'm using this platform to showcase groups or people like these gentlemen here, which I'll introduce in a moment. But it's all about sharing journeys, testimonies, triumphs, just encourage and inspire other people to live their best lives. So that's why I do this show. So I want to welcome these gentlemen to the show. They are, should I go by the name or should I go by the group name or should I start you with the government names? What you guys want?
You can start with the group name.
Okay, Ketsado Media Group.
That works.
They do a lot, and we're going to talk about everything that they're doing. We were talking earlier about some of the stuff that they're into, which is amazing for these men. I wanted to have this show because these are young Black men, and a lot of times you see young Black men out there doing all kind of whatever, or they're stereotyped that they're this type of person or this type of group. But there are a lot of positive young Black men out here. So I really wanted you guys to come on the show to showcase your talents and your creativity, and that you guys are good guys. You know what I mean? I want people to see that. So welcome to Konversations. Yay. Okay, young man, we'll start with you. What's your name? Give us some background on you. How old are you?
My name is Ed. I go by Kon Kiyoshi. I'm 21 and pretty much an artist all around. I started drawing when I was younger, and I eventually evolved from drawing to photography and music and pretty much everything, graphic design.
Just a talented all around guy.
Pretty much.
All right, that's good. That's good. All right, sir.
Okay. My name is Darian Williams. I'm 22, about to be 23.
All right. When's your birthday?
January 7th.
Okay. Happy birthday if I don't see you.
Okay, thank you. And I started doing, I like straight out of high school, I went to Morgan and
got a
from
lot
there,
of Morgan graduates and attendees on this show. I probably had about 10, myself included.
Oh, cool, cool. Yeah, and I went there, and I don't know why, but I couldn't really like focus on. I was still trying to find myself, technically speaking. But after I started getting like more into fashion, like I did modeling up there for a semester.
Oh wow!
And yeah, after that, I just like really like dug into like fashion and making jewelry and.
Because you have a nice sense of style. You can tell that you do your own thing and it works. Yeah. So you said you started creating jewelry? Yeah, I started creating jewelry,
and from there I just try to just propel it to various things that we'll get into.
Okay, yeah. All right, young man.
Name's Keon Smith. I'm 20, and like my friend Ed here, started off, I'm an artist all around. Started off really doing music first, producer mainly. We all met in high school, really.
What high school?
We all went to Owings Mills.
Yeah. You know, I have a special place for Owings Mills High School. So.
I know.
He said, I know. That's how I know you, right?
Right. Yeah, we met there, and you feel me? We just click all as artists, as friends, you know, and from there we just been growing our brand, growing our skill, our expertise, branching out into different fields of expertise, learning from each other, and just growing as a group.
Wonderful. So how does that work? So you meet in school and you just say, hey, what do you do? Or you just start seeing the talents or the creativity that one another has? How does that work? Like, how did you hook up to find out what you guys were doing or interested in?
I met both of them in high school, but I just started recently, like working together with them last summer.
Okay. Okay, so when you found out what Keon did and what he was into, is it just by seeing the things that he was doing, or you had a conversation? Because like minds always attract one another. So I'm just curious on this level, how did that work?
It was more so like I'd heard word of like, okay, he produced this for such and such, or he even.
And this is in high school.
Yeah, this is even back in like high school, and I was just like, okay, all right. And I mean, time went on, and I kind of grew a little distant from certain people, but then we all like came back together, and it worked out, just clicked.
Okay, wow. So what were you doing in high school? What were you into at that time?
It's pretty much just drawing. Like, I wasn't doing any of the other stuff that I do now. So from high school, I actually wanted to be an animator.
Oh, wow.
I went to community college for it.
Wow, that's big.
And then after that, once I got into music heavily, I just completely changed everything. Yeah. Just went full music.
Well, you can use still your creativity in music, just not, you just not, you can still draw in that. You can album covers and all of that stuff. Yeah.
The album covers, the logos, everything.
See, that's good. That's really, really good. So it's funny. And the reason why I asked that, like, what were you doing in high school? Because a lot of times that shifts, like what you want to do as an adult compared to what you want to do in high school. It may be still on that same path, but kind of different. So you found out, and that's why I say college is even good for that, just to find out what you want to do or what you don't want to do. A lot of people think in high school they want to do something else when they get into the real world, but then they find out that they don't. So did you guys shift in what you wanted to do at that point, or you're still kind of following that same path, just on different levels?
I feel like we're still following the same path, but not as streamlined as college is. That path.
I think that's good. So are all of you guys still in college, or you're focusing on your career right now?
We're all more or less focusing on what we're building right now.
Okay, so let's talk about it. What does your group stand for? Why did you come up with, I want to make sure I say it right, Ketsado?
Yes.
What is that about? What's the name mean?
Well, we started in high school. It was originally an acronym.
For your names?
Yeah. Not for our names. Okay. Well, kind of. Started back in 11th grade. It's Ketsado, and we started off rapping. Well, I would make beats, and Ed would rap. Was when we first started out, and the group was Ketsado, kill everything that shares a different opinion. So from that, we took that and ran with it, because if you look it up on Google, we're the only thing that comes up. Yeah,
I saw. So what do you mean with that? Kill everything. What did you say it again?
Kill everything that shares a different opinion.
Okay, what does that mean? What does that mean to you guys?
Well, at the time, I guess it was just like, forget everybody. Let's do our own thing. You know what I'm saying? We're us. We're just going to keep being us. Forget what everybody else is. Forget their opinions. And now as we grow, we get older, we mature more. It's just turned into more of a confidence in ourselves rather than forget everyone else's opinion.
Right.
Just, we value ours, and we're going to keep working.
And I think that's excellent. So was that the rebel in you a little bit?
Yeah.
Saying, forget everybody else. We're going to go with what we know or what we like.
Teenagers.
Yeah.
You know how we work.
So you're not too far from teenagers now.
No.
But still evolved a little bit. Okay. So you said you were doing that. So you were rapping and making beats. And is that why this company started at first? Was it just strictly music?
That's how the group started.
Okay.
And that's how, I guess, when we started doing those things, we are very autonomous, because we make our own logos, our own designs, album covers, things like that. We mastered our own tracks. We did all of that
in high school.
Yeah,
that's big.
So as time went on, we were just like, we can do all of these things. Let's just keep going and keep doing these things.
That's big. So what is your role in the group?
My role is solely like fashion and more so Fashion and
go ahead, say it again. Say that louder.
Keep us all fresh.
He said to keep us all fresh. I know that's right. You need somebody on your team to keep you fresh, keep you together. Right. Okay. That's big because you're going to create that brand. So when people see you, they know what to expect. Yeah. So your role was. Go ahead. I don't.
Oh well, the role that I would say is more so, dealing with fashion how to combine fashion and music and music videos and how to like put it all together, because there's a way to really take what they have already started and then you mash it together and it creates something that's even more beautiful. That's why
it's good to work with a team or in a team, because he may have something you don't have, you'll have something that he doesn't have, and to bring it together is explosive. So so what is your role in do we say Ktsado or do we say Ketsado? Do we say okay? So what's your role?
Pretty much
the laid back.
I don't know. I do.
He does everything.
I do a little bit of everything.
Okay. What are some of the things you do?
Jack of all trades.
I produce, I rap and design. I mix and master. I shoot the videos, do the photography, and it's pretty much all of that.
Do you guys know how huge that is? That you guys do all of that?
Also, there's another person in the group.
Yeah,
Job, who was sitting in the back.
Yeah, he just wanted to film. You want to say hello? You want to come around real quick to say hello, or you're chill right there? You good?
He's the ghost.
He's the ghost of the group. He makes it happen. So what is his role?
Behind the scenes, Job is the behind the scenes guy.
Okay, so what is his role? We know film. What?
Yeah,
film photography.
Yeah, Job. He films. He's with us filming. Helps film. His editing. Helps with shoots. He does production himself. Has a couple songs that are pretty hot. He doesn't want to release them though. So
really,
I keep telling him, let me get on the feature. You don't never want to.
So you're rapping?
I don't really rap. I can, but I just don't.
So what would you do if you get on as a feature? What would you do?
Oh, I would rap.
Right. Okay. Right. So being young men, is it hard to be an individual? Let's talk about high school. When you were in high school and you were doing your own thing, you were a little different. You had your own vibe, because you guys all have your own vibe. Like you can tell you're not doing what everyone else is doing. You know what I mean? You're kind of into three individuals and now you're a collective group. Is it hard to be an individual in high school and at 21, 22 years old, 20 years old?
More so harder in high school than at 20, of course.
It's going to be real easy when you get 30.
Oh, yeah.
It's going to be real. 40, please. It's going to get and so on and so on. But speaking from experience, you know, everybody has sort of a hive mind when it comes to trends and pop culture, what's cool, what's not cool, you know, and I don't like more times than not, whatever's popping, whatever's hot right now, it's not really,
it's temporary.
It's really superficial.
It's not classic.
It's at a base level.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's very shallow, vapid, you know what I mean? So, more so like you said, you know, rebellious phase, it was more so just distancing yourself from all of that going on and just seeing what else is out there. And then like we get older, we're like in our 20s now, and we see people who were part of that hive mind start branching off and doing their own thing now. Of course, people who were already doing their own thing, progressed and developed as their own person. And I just think there's more people who are going to just start being themselves as we get older. And
you guys can be an example to the younger boys under you, to show that you can do your own things. You can be intelligent. You can utilize your gifts and talents, and you can start your own company. So that you guys are good role models for younger boys. Was it hard for you to be an individual? Somehow I think not. But was it?
I guess like ever since high school, I would try to fit in, you know, just
because is it easier in high school to try to fit in?
It's easier to do it, but I don't know. My mom like taught me to try to take the road less traveled as far as just being an individual. Yeah. Because at the end of the day, you'll be, more happier that you did so, and you'll get more credit from not certain people, but some people will recognize it and be like, okay.
So shout out to mom for that good advice. That advice will take you a long way.
Yeah.
So it was, you tried to, and then when you tried to kind of fit in and follow the trends, how did that feel when it was almost forced?
It was like, I remember I started like wearing like skinny jeans before like a lot of other people.
Oh, so you were doing it before.
Yeah, and then people were like, oh, why are your jeans so tight? The tight fit, it fits too tight, and and I was just like, because everybody else is wearing, whatever they were wearing at that point.
Their pockets were on the back of their knees.
Yeah.
Sagging so low. Like that's
right. Right.
That was me.
So your pockets, because I see that sometimes the pockets, like you put your hand in your pocket and you're like all the way down by your ankle. Like, what is that about? So that was you? Really? I can't picture that.
That was a while ago.
Okay. Yeah, because you're kind of classic. Like, fit now.
I'm a classic man.
Okay. Right, classic man. That's my song. So you started. So then you started the trend, I guess, of skinny jeans when it wasn't popular.
Yeah, like I was just basically saying to myself, I'm into whatever everybody isn't into.
See, I love that.
So,
love that.
I still have that mentality.
Love
today.
that. I love that. I'm so for young people. I teach my daughters that too. You don't follow the trend. You be a trendsetter, or you pave your own way. It's very important for young people to be themselves. And it's hard to be yourself, especially with social media, television, magazines, public opinion. It's hard to be who you really want to be, because a lot of people, now, with the bullying and the teasing and dragging people on social media, it's hard to kind of be an individual. And I see that with a lot of people. If you go down certain streets, you see every girl that looks the same, every guy that looks the same. Everybody's listening to the same music. Everybody is speaking the same. Everybody's hair is the same. You know what I mean? The cruddy for the little boys. Everybody is rocking a cruddy. I've gone to Owens. Yeah, I know. I went to a basketball game, high school basketball game. I was like 1 cruddy, 2 cruddy, 3 cruddy, 4 cruddy. For those of you that don't know what cruddies are, if you see, it's almost like natural hair on a guy. So it's the little where you would, I guess, use the brush and you kind of, or your fingers, and you kind of do it in a circular motion, and it's just standing up.
Yeah.
Cruddies don't look good on everybody.
Not on everybody.
But everybody thinks that they can rock one because it's popular, and no one is an individual. So I know that that's hard, especially when you're trying to find yourself and you really don't even know who you are and what you like and what your style is, and if you even have one. So did you find that to be the case with you when you were sagging?
I guess the reason why I was is because that's just what I was around.
Right.
So I just emulated whatever I saw.
Right.
And I guess
I know your mom bought you a belt. I know you had one.
Funny thing is, like, I'd wear the
belt. Wear his belt.
And you know what? You're right, because I've seen that. I don't even understand. There are big men out there that can't find belts, can't find pants, because all the smaller guys are taking their belts, because you can't have a belt that really fits your waist if it fits around your thighs. Like, so you had a belt.
I had the belt. I guess it's because it keeps it from going all the way down. It kind of keeps it around.
So you guys know where sagging came from, though, right? The history of sagging.
From jail.
In jail, they had to take their belts, and they couldn't help. So they didn't do it on purpose.
Right.
But you guys did it on purpose.
It leaked out.
That's how it happens.
Yeah. So what made you say, okay, I don't want, my pants falling down
I don't
anymore?
even think it was like a moment. It just gradually,
You're like over it.
Over time.
And so did you transition into the skinny jean?
Yeah, I guess so. I mean, I was still sagging with the skinnies.
I believe that. I've seen that. I've seen it. It's so crazy to me. Like, you can barely walk and bend down, but
kind of waddle around.
So do the young girls like that? Do you? Did you get no?
I don't know.
You don't
And I guess it's a hit or miss thing.
Right. That's the type of girl.
Right.
Right. That's true. Because if I was young, I'm not for the pants sagging.
Yeah.
I'm not. I would tell a young man to pull up his pants. I've done it plenty of times because I think I'm everybody's mother. So, all right. So tell me, when did you guys, I know you started in high school starting your business, but when did you say, hey, this can be something? Like, how long ago was it when you said, you know what, this can really be a legitimate business?
2013.
Okay. So 2 years ago. And how did you come to that epiphany? What happened, or did that gradually happen as well?
It was a more gradual thing, but I remember 2013 is when we would all just link and just come up with so much ideas.
Mm-hmm.
And then, we'd write the ideas down, we'd produce these ideas and make them tangible. And we always just marvel at them like, oh, this is tough.
Mm-hmm.
Like, let's do more of these. And then from there on, things just snowballed into what it is now. And then we just keep thinking bigger and bigger.
So you work with other artists? Or
Yeah.
do you just do you do music anymore, or now do you solely focus on other artists?
We still do music. Not as big as back in the day, but I still produce. I just released a beat tape this summer.
Okay.
Ed Still Raps, he just released an EP like a month ago.
Few months.
Okay. Is it for sale?
No, it's for.
It can be.
It was on I bet you it can be.
Bandcamp, so you could like set your price. If you want to pay, you pay. If you don't.
So you just really want to, and a lot of talented people, they just want people to hear their music, their product. So is that where you are right now?
Pretty much. I mean, I can't really put a price on it since I know we have self-worth, but until I feel like I'm at that level that I'll just keep putting it out there.
Are you a tough critic on yourself?
Oh yeah, definitely.
Self-critic?
Yeah.
So are you guys like that with your work and what you're doing?
Yeah, if I
So
don't like
you're
it,
really tough on yourself?
If I don't like it, I just put it away forever.
Or someone else is like, that's dope. That's really, really
That happens
nice.
to me all the time.
And you're like, oh, I don't like it.
Yeah.
Throw it away. I don't like it.
Like,
Scrap
I
that.
make a beat.
Right.
Like, yeah, I don't like this. And I let someone else hear it. They're like, bro, you gotta let me hop on that. Like,
I think
something like
everyone
that.
is critical of themselves a little bit more than others would be on them, except your parents. Your parents are probably always going to give you the truth. So when you listen, so then you go back to the drawing board and you start again. If you feel like it's not my best work.
Yeah.
Yeah, something like that.
Do it over.
Or maybe I try and work on it, but if I get frustrated enough, I'll just toss it to the side and start over.
And then pick it up later and like, this is hot. This is nice, because sometimes you're a different frame of mind or, a different place.
Yeah.
You're like, okay, what was I thinking? This is nice. Okay, so why was it important for you to start a business? I know you have different talents and you came up with different ideas, but why do you think it was important to start your business?
I think it's important because...
And to be an entrepreneur.
It's important because not enough people have the courage to do it. And maybe they don't have the courage to do it because I don't know. I mean, they're just so... They
might not have seen anyone else do it and succeed. So they might...
There's a lot of discouragement nowadays when it comes to... Especially if you're Black. Like, if you're not fitting in the
mold,
the mold to success, you know what I'm saying? If you're not fit inside that tight box, then you're automatically outcasted. You're not worth it type.
Right. And that bothers me so bad because I don't believe in boxes, especially even if you are in a box, I don't believe in lids. Like, I don't believe the sky is the limit. Like, who came up with that? Why is the sky the limit? I feel like if you're passionate about something and you want to do something, there should be no limits. You can do anything that you put your mind to and you can achieve anything. You just have to have the right attitude. You have to make that choice to do that. And a lot of people they're fearful of the unknown. They don't know, well, will this work? Will this not work? So what gave you guys the courage to say, because you might sit here now and think, oh, it's no big deal. We just transitioned into our own business and we started it. But there's somebody out there watching like, I can't believe those young guys have their own business. You know what I mean? When you're doing it and you're in it, you think this is just what I do, but that's a big deal. Why do you feel, what is the importance of having your own business?
Because you won't regret it.
You won't regret it.
Right.
And it's not all sweet. Like,
right.
It's,
no,
it's,
no, it's not.
For every good day we have, there's at least like 5 bad days.
Yeah.
So,
and what do you tell yourselves on the bad days?
It'll get better. You know, if you just stick through it, you know, everything good is gonna come to light. So we feel as if our business will come to light.
Yeah, and cream rises. If you're good, you're always gonna just rise back. But that's just life. That's just how it is. And if you stay focused and have those attitudes, I definitely think that you guys are gonna keep rising. So with you, do you have good days, bad days? Are you critical of all your work and all of that?
I mean, there's times where I just want to quit everything just because of one bad client.
Mm-hmm.
Like I'll go downtown and meet up with somebody, and like I don't have a car, so I gotta do the most just to reach these people, and then they'll bail or they'll tell me I can't pay right now or something.
Yeah.
And then it's like, what's the point if this keeps happening?
Right.
But you know,
because how can you run a business if you base your business on clients and they're not paying you?
Right. And then you gotta
a lot of business owners have that problem.
How you buy the equipment that you need to make more if people aren't paying?
Yeah.
So it's like a circle that it's hard to get.
Do you feel because you guys are relatively young that people don't take you seriously as businessmen? They just think, oh, this is a favor.
Definitely.
Because you got to take these guys seriously. My logo on Living True, Living You, done by these guys. And I love it. And I paid, right?
She paid.
And I think it's important, right? He invoiced me. I paid. I think I paid before you invoiced me. Remember?
She might have. Yeah, she did.
Because I think it's important to support and to give back and to encourage. I mean, I could have got anybody to do the logo. You know what I mean? I could have got anybody to do any of that. But I think it's important to invest in your own and invest in the youth and support what they're doing when they're doing positive things. Because if we don't invest in our young people and we don't invest in our own, who's going to invest in us? You know what I mean? So I really believe that. I really, and a lot of African Americans, Black, whatever you want to call yourself, I call myself Black, not African American, but I know some people are funny like that. But we're the race where we support our people the least, you know, when they're doing it. And especially when you're young, they may not think the product is going to be as good, or they don't need the money. They may live home with their parents and they don't see the urgency. But you can't build a business on people not paying, not getting business, and people not taking you seriously. So have you, I know that you guys were shaking your head, but what kind of experiences have you had running your own business?
In general?
As far as any negativity or any type of issues that you've faced, other than not getting paid?
Well, like I have my I have my own brand underneath Ketsado.
Okay.
And it's called Theo Sivas. So, like basically, I had my goal this year was only to do one showcase, and I did 3.
Oh wow. Love that you have goals, first of all.
Yeah.
And love that you exceeded your goals. That's big.
Milestones.
Yeah. Love that.
In the 3rd showcase, I think I sold maybe 2-3 things.
Now we're talking fashion.
Yeah.
Jewelry.
Well,
okay.
Yeah. And I sold 2 or 3 things, but I paid way more for the venue spot.
Yeah, because that stuff is not cheap.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I kind of had to think about it and go over why I didn't sell as much as I thought I did. And it's gonna sound weird, but my stuff was a little bit underpriced then, because people were coming. It was a fashion show, and people were coming in there wearing Chanel tennis shoes and Louis Vuitton shirts, and I'm I got my stuff, and it's nice stuff, but it's just, if it wasn't if the price point was maybe 50 or higher, then they would be like, oh, okay, but it was below that, so they were you know.
But when you have a product, I find when I talk to business owners, because I coach a lot of people that are trying to start businesses, and a lot of times that is an issue, just trying to figure out what to charge, or knowing the value of your product. And a lot of people don't, because a lot of people, when they're starting a business, they think, oh, well, I don't want to, have my price point too high because then people won't buy my stuff. And then you undercut yourself. And then you paying for, to be there, a table or whatever you had, or you paying for your materials to make your jewelry. Because I make jewelry too. So I know that it gets costly after a while, especially if you have quality items. So it's people always undercut themselves or not really know what to pay. So will you change? And you really have to, not to say you hike your price up and you go down, but you really have to think about who you're catering to and kind of know background on who comes. But that's all a learning process. I'm sure you learned that day.
Yeah. I was just like, okay, this is, and the thing about it is, even if I would have upped the price point, I'm asking myself, like, would people have still bought it?
Yeah.
I don't know. Because at the same time, I was looking at like what people were, and they were wearing pretty different stuff. Yeah. But I'm not sure if, that price point would have made a big difference.
And we live in a society sometimes that it has to have a label on it, which I can't stand. Like people put value on labels. And that's no different than if you just put a label on yours and now it got popular and now that's the label. You know what I mean? Yeah. So people put a value on that. So entrepreneurship, we're talking about that. Are you guys first generation entrepreneurs, or you have family members or parents that are entrepreneurs? Are you the first?
I guess that first generation. I mean,
yes, I could say I was second generation because my dad has a printing business.
Okay.
That's kind of where my graphic design background comes from.
And it's his own business?
Yeah.
Okay, so you're second generation?
Yeah.
Okay, so he's big on the whole art aspect?
Yeah, definitely. He also did photography back in the day too.
Oh, wow.
So, like, we have a dark room in the basement.
Oh, wow.
Film cameras, so...
That's probably where you get your creativity from.
Yeah, definitely. I think I get all my artistry from my father's side. We have a lot of artists in the background, so yeah. Wow.
So was he encouraging when you decided to start your own business?
No.
Okay, let's talk about that. So why? And you said that was a fast no. So why wasn't he excited? Because I kind of couldn't think about what he probably said.
Being an artist is difficult, obviously, and it didn't really work out for him. That's why he's doing other things now. Like, he's no longer a photographer, or he's no longer he does printing still, but very, very little. So I guess in my case, he looks at himself and says, it was hard for me, so I don't want you to go through the same thing. And that's a parent trying to protect you. Right. So it's two ways a parent can do it. That way, to try to shield you and protect you because they've been down that road, or to say, that was my journey, that was my story, but it doesn't necessarily have to be yours. Right. Like, you could do it. You can outshine them, because as parents, we want our children to always go further than we did. That's if you're a good parent, caring parent, you guys come from good parenting, that's basically what we want. But then we also try to protect and shield. But so how did it, well, you do have your own business, so how did that conversation turn out? I pretty much just had to explain that what you just said, like, your life is yours and I'm trying to be better. And like, I have a plan. I have a plan for myself. We have a plan, and I feel like we could get somewhere with how far we've gotten. And I feel like we have a long way to go. Yeah. And I think it's important to always have a plan. You mentioned goals earlier. I think that that's key to success. You got to kind of know where you're going. Do you know there's some 40-year-old guys that don't have a plan? Right. They don't have goals. You know what I mean? So for you to come out like 20 something, you got goals, you got plans, you know what you want to do with your life. I think that's awesome. I really, really do. So you guys are first generation entrepreneurs. So what did your parents say when you said you wanted to start your own business?
Well, they said finish school first.
Of course.
And I understand that. Like, you go to school, get certified, because certified or your degree, just a piece of paper, something. That has your value on it.
And you can't take it away from you.
You can't take it away from you.
Can't uneducate you.
Exactly. And it basically it gives you your worth in the job market.
Mm-hmm.
But what I'm saying is that I want to build, you know what I'm saying, my own job type thing. Like I have all these, we have all these skills, and you know, we have each other. You know what I'm saying? We all have a bunch of artistic minds, just constantly coming up with new things, new ideas, and I just feel as if through 4 years of school, I can get the same result or the same
hands-on experience
as 4 years of building my own business.
I would have to agree with that. College doesn't always equate to success. There are a lot of college graduates out there that are really not living in their passion. They're not living their best lives. They're not working. They're not finding jobs. They're not working in their field or doing the things that they love. So, and I know, you know, some parents will be like, don't say that. But college is really not for everyone. Parents want their children to go to college, to be successful, to kind of figure out. I think it's a good place to figure out what you want to do, or like I said earlier, what you don't want to do. And I think if you're trying to figure it out, I think college is a good place to figure it out. So you were in college and you figured that out.
I learned a lot of useful things.
Right. In college. Right. And then maybe one day you may go back.
Yeah.
You know, but you found that it was important to get the hands-on experience and to be an entrepreneur.
And then college, you have to really, it's not something you can just do on the side. I mean, you can of course do it on the side, but if you really want to do well in college, you have to pour yourself in there.
I go to UB right now, and I do this show, I do coaching, I work, I have another, I mean, I do a lot, and I get good grades, and it's not easy. Like, they don't give away those A's. So you're right. It's very time consuming. I'm up till 3-4 o'clock in the morning, then turn around and get up and go to work. I'm working on my, own business and school work. And then I have to get up to go work for someone else. So it's not an easy journey. It's not an easy feat to do well in school. Because what's the point of going to school if you're not going to give your all and do the best? What's the point of wasting your money and time? Right.
I'd wake up in the morning and wouldn't be motivated for school, but I'd be motivated for this. Like,
because you were doing it because someone else told you to, or you thought that was the way?
At first, I thought it was the way. Like, it's just standard. Like, okay, graduate,
high school, right?
College, degree, move out, job,
right?
Like, it seems so simple and so streamlined.
Yes,
ABC, but it's not.
But that's good that you talked about that. So when you were getting up to go to school, it wasn't really moving you or motivating you, but when you started doing you're working on, your passion, doing your creative work, in a sense, that's where you got your fulfillment. Was that the same with you? You said that was with you. Was that the same with you guys too?
Yeah.
Because they say if all you can think about is what you love and what you do, then that's really what you should be doing.
I went to Morgan just because I was the first, like one of the first person out of my immediate family to go to college. So I was just like, okay, yeah, I'm in college. But I didn't, once I got there, I didn't really feel as though it was in my heart anymore. It was just like, oh, I'm here. But it was just I don't know. It felt like high school. Like, okay, there's cliques.
Well, especially Morgan. When you go to Morgan and Bowie State and certain,
especially the
it
colleges
seems
that
like
are
that.
around here.
It does seem like that. My daughter went to Bowie State. She was like, this is just the fifth year, right? The 13th grade, the fifth year of high school. She used to say that all the time.
It's like people from DC or PG County, they just like hated people that were from Baltimore.
I heard,
like hate,
like
really hate.
But they're coming to Baltimore to go to school, which is crazy.
Right. It's like, okay, but yeah, I mean, after I did that, I was just like, this is okay. But I just knew it just didn't hit my soul right.
Yeah.
So I was just like,
love that.
I just had to depart from that road and try something different.
And so funny, on my my screensaver is do what feels good in your soul. That's what I have on this. So I'm all for that, because I think it's important to be the best you can be. You have to follow your heart. You have to follow your soul. If it works, it works. If it doesn't, it doesn't. But at least you followed your own path. So with you, was it the same way?
Yeah, definitely. It's funny because when I was in college, all I would do during class was write lyrics. I would act like I'm writing notes, but I'm really writing music. But I tried, but my mind was elsewhere.
Yeah.
So I couldn't follow through with it. But I do want to go back.
Yeah. And you probably will, but it has to be when you're ready, when you're focused, when okay, I've tried my hand at this, I'm still doing this, but now I want to do it. And then that's when you put your all in. Like I said, college is very expensive and it's going up and up and up. And time is very valuable. So to sit somewhere you don't want to be, and this is, with parents, a lot of parents might be like, don't tell the kids that. But I strongly believe that. I have 2 daughters. Yes, they are in college. However, if they decided to say, listen, I'm miserable, I'm unhappy. Well, my youngest daughter is still in high school. My oldest daughter is in college. But if she came to me and said, you know what, I want to do something, I just don't feel right. If I saw her unhappy and she was miserable, I would not push that on the child. My daughter, every parent wants their child to be successful, but most importantly, every parent wants their child to be happy. And you can't push your feelings and your thoughts on them, unfortunately, after they're 18. My kids still listen to me, because I talk real with them. I give real advice as if they're little people, and not so many, so much babies, because I'm not going to always be here. So with parents, you have to instill certain things in your children. So I do think, like I said, and I just want to make this clear, I do think college is a place to be, to learn. Of course, you learn valuable life lessons in college. You learn things that no one can take away from you. But if you're in college and you're getting D's or you're getting F's and you're just not feeling it, you're barely showing up to class, save yourself the heartache, the time, the money, and just pause for a minute to try to figure it out. And then one day, even like you said, you'll probably get back around to that, but just really, I think it's important to follow your heart and do what's good in your soul. So how your parents, when you guys said, okay, I'm done, I'm dropping out, I'm sure that wasn't an easy conversation to have with your parents, was it?
No, it was several conversations.
Yeah, especially coming from an educated parent.
Yeah.
Like a parent that's educated and they're all about college, all about learning. I'm sure that is difficult.
Especially coming from parents who
I know it is.
Started from below, from where you're from, where you started from. Like my parents, they're immigrants from Jamaica, so they came to the States and scrounged up, worked so much jobs.
And education is important.
And went to school, very important, and just to support me and my brother, to get us grown, to get us out, move us out of where we were, and just make sure we had a better foundation than them. So I think one thing, they just don't want to see us squander it.
Yeah, and I totally get that, and I wouldn't want that for my children either. So I definitely understand that. I totally get that. And it is like with my kids, I didn't even think about, okay, after high school, then you just go to college. That's what most people think, especially if you're educated or education is important in your family. That's what you think. A lot of people think you can't be successful if you don't go to college, but I know too many people, I know both. I know successful people that are all the way up doctorate degrees and master's degrees. And I know people that started businesses like you guys, and they're, I'm in my 40s, they have businesses still to this day thriving. So, it's definitely possible. Is this your first attempt at entrepreneurship, or when you were little, did you try to, well, your age, they probably didn't do lemonade stands and different things like that. But did you try to be an entrepreneur when you were a child?
Try selling gum.
You try selling gum. You always have that one in school that they have the good gum. It's always fun. You got the gum.
Everybody's gonna ask you anyway.
Right.
You might as well make a
right. So you might as well have it and make a quarter or something. I remember. I don't know if do you guys know the product Carol's Daughter? Okay, so they have it. She started it in her kitchen.
It's like
Lisa, hair, skin, body. Now it's just evolved so much, but it originally started just with hair products. Now it's in Target, it's everywhere. And it started out of her kitchen, and it's called Carol's Daughter. Well, my name is Kendell. My daughter, my youngest daughter, started making products called Kendell's Daughter when she was really young, and she was serious. She was mixing all of this stuff, and she was probably like 10. and she started trying to sell it. So I know some kids are serious about that. Did you do anything innovative or entrepreneurial like when you were a kid?
I can't think of anything. Not really.
Yeah.
No.
You?
No.
But you probably were doing things that you didn't know could be a business. Like probably the stuff that you were doing and creating, you know, because you could have been a stylist. That's a business. You know what I mean? So you already had what you were doing and your talents in you, but you didn't try to market those just yet.
Yeah, probably not.
All right. So you guys were talking about some of the things that you're doing, and I want to Ketsado.
Perfect.
I just want to keep, because people say my name wrong all the time, so I'm big on trying to pronounce names, or and this is your name, this is your brand, so I just want to make sure I say it right. So you do a lot of things, a plethora of things under the umbrella of your media group.
Yes.
So let's talk about the things. We talked about logos, we talked about fashion. What else do you guys do?
We do,
because it's big. You guys do a lot.
Photography, videography, music production, and I guess that encompasses pretty much everything.
That's big. Like that's really, really. Those are all money making entities in itself. So just each component, you guys will be raking in the dough. Trust me, and doing something that you love. Because they say if you do something that you love, the money will come, but you got to really stay focused. So how is business?
It's been steady.
That's excellent. Things
have been just, we get clients. It used to go from, okay, we find a client. All right, found another client, client to, we have a client. This client puts us on to another client.
Yeah, word of mouth when you do good work.
Word of mouth. Client puts us onto a showcase, we do a video for his friend, things just start building up. We do a logo for a client, she brings us onto her talk show.
Yep. Because when you told me what you were doing, I was like, because you were like, I didn't know you had your show.
Oh yeah.
And then I was like, well, your voice didn't sound like that. His voice, it didn't sound like that. I always imitate people like that in my voice. I guess a higher pitch of my voice. But and I, like I said earlier, I think it's important to really promote and motivate young people to really fulfill their dreams and destiny. But so in your part, you're doing the fashion, you're doing the jewelry, and what else are you doing? If that's not enough, because that's a lot.
Yeah, well,
fashion,
branding, fashion, jewelry. What I want to do is take you've seen images on clothes, right?
Plugs. He brings us the plugs.
Yeah. But basically, so I learned from these three people, and I'm slowly getting into photography and videography and stuff myself. But as I do that, I try to incorporate it into fashion. And I guess what I mean by that is, like I said, you take an image, but there's so many different things you can do graphically with that image, and you can turn it into, fabric. Yeah, I could throw it on a sweatshirt. Because
I know already I'm hiring you guys to do something like that, and also I'm going to look at the jewelry too. So I'll be a lifetime customer of you guys and promote you guys. So you're doing all of the graphics. So will he do the graphics and you will design it, or how does that work?
I could maybe sketch something up, or he could sketch it up, or I may have an idea where I want to, I don't know, put something on a shirt, and then as in
like the screen print kind of. No,
okay, no.
So it's different. So that's old fashioned.
Yeah. Well, I'll show you basically this is Velcro. It's Velcro.
Okay.
But so say if I took 2 strands of Velcro and put it on a sweatshirt.
So you make it funky.
Yeah, it's not. This isn't
from ordinary to extraordinary.
Yeah, this is original ideas.
Love that.
Yeah,
love that.
So I'm just gonna give you a mental picture real quick. You take some Velcro, you put 2 strands on a sweatshirt or something, right? And then on the right side, I could tell him paint the image of a face on it or something.
So that's
but I mean, like, you may not see it.
No, I see that's hot.
So,
I can,
like it's something that's innovative, because then
love it.
You can also take the other part of the Velcro and put like patches on it as well.
Yeah.
So it's taking it from something that's just a basic sweatshirt.
I love that.
So, and it's turned into something, okay, I can wear this way. I can wear it that way.
See, I love that.
Yeah,
I love that. I have a good friend of mine. She does that. She's good at what she does, like that. And I do stuff like that. Like I don't like jeans. I'll add things, shirts, hats. I do that too. I'll just add my own thing. I never wear a t-shirt that I don't cut up. You know what I mean? I always cut them up. I'm big like that too with that. Probably not doing the innovative things that you're doing, but I try to make it work for me. And I think it's very important to just do you. In high school, I was doing stuff like that too, like making shirts, or even if I was just writing on it with the fabric paint, I would do stuff like that all the time. I think it's always important to explore your creative, you'll get your juices flowing creatively. So, but that sounds hot already, just the stuff that you were saying. It sounds good.
I made like the bracelets I have on too.
Love those. I love that kind of stuff. And I do that stuff too. I think that's so creative. I love creative minds. Love it, because you're always thinking, like you said, outside of the box. So what are you working on now?
Right now I've been doing a lot of producing lately. I post like a beat a week on SoundCloud, just randomly. And other than that,
do people buy them?
No. They're just there for your.
So if someone says, I gotta have that beat, I want that beat.
And I guess they can buy it if they wanted to. But
you can buy it. We're gonna change this around. He's posting beats. How often?
Once a week.
Once a week. So all you aspiring rappers, aspiring singers, dancers, whoever you are, you're looking for a beat. He's selling beats. As of today, he's selling beats. Okay. So when you see or hear the beat and you download it, or do they download it or just listen?
They listen.
Okay. So when you listen to that beat and it's hot, it's fire, you want it.
You gotta have it.
You gotta have it. You have to have it. If you're trying to be a star, if you're trying to be a YouTube star, because a lot of people get noticed on YouTube. So you can get your own beat, create your own song, put your product out there, your own, and wait for somebody to pick it up or make it happen for yourself. But you can't be an artist without a rapper without a beat. So you're gonna need him. So you're selling those. When you put those up once a week, you put something by it like this beat is available, and then you post it. So you get some business, because I'm sure they're nice. And if you're doing it like that, right? Right. Somebody, one of those beats are going to be picked up and purchased, like one of them. If you're doing it already once a week, you might as well, start advertising it. Yeah. Start changing that wording. If you're just putting them up, put a little ad, with your beats, you got to start doing that, because you are a businessman now. So you got to think like a businessman. I'm not saying that you can't give some things away sometime, but you gotta, go on with that business, so you can get some beats. Because you know how many people are looking for beats who aren't that talented, where to you it might just be second nature. It might be so easy to create the beat. Somebody can't do that. Somebody's looking for someone to do that for them, so why not let it be you? Okay, so Ketsado Media Group, the products you produce, we talked about the logos and all of that stuff. So do you do a lot of logos? Like mine, because that transaction was very easy, organic. It was very simple.
Yeah, not like, we do a very healthy mix of everything.
Mm-hmm.
Like, not too many logos.
Mm-hmm.
We do videos more.
Okay. So if you're looking to create a video, if you're looking to create a video,
tons of them.
Web design,
not really web design, more like design.
Okay.
Design a business card.
Okay, if you're looking for a business, a new business card,
flyers,
a flyer, something innovative, something different. You see these creative minds here. If you're looking for a unique business card or a flyer, a logo, a beat, some jewelry, fashion,
Interviews,
videos. If you need a video, if you're trying to do an interview or you're trying to do something, you need a videographer, a photographer. You guys, I mean, you gotta support these young men. They could be doing a whole lot of things. They could be doing something that is very negative. They can be living negative lives. They could be fitting into the box, that stereotype. He said extremely negative. They could be extremely negative. These young men are doing positive things and they're using all their God-given gifts. And they're waiting for you guys to call them. So we're going to give all your information at the end. But I know somebody out there needs something. I know they do. And if your peers are listening, your friends, then their parents do, their aunts and uncles do, their family members or friends. So that's the best way to get business, when you do good work. Because if you do shoddy work, you're not going to get business, and no one is going to, they're going to talk about you, but just in a different way. You know what I mean? They're not, but
you're not going back to him.
Right, exactly. Don't go to him, you know. He made it lopsided. It wasn't centered, you know. Right. This beat skipped. It didn't work right. It didn't even flow, you know. The photography, the heads were cut off, you know. But if you do good work, I know you've seen some photographers where you're like, what is that? You can't even figure it out, you know. But everybody wants to be a photographer. Just because you have a camera, it doesn't make you a photographer.
Yeah.
And, you know, some people now with the phone, because I do photography as a hobby, but I, you know, and I've done things for people, but I wouldn't say, okay, I'm the photographer extraordinaire. Right. You know what I mean? I have an eye, but it's your business. You know what I mean? So everybody now with the iPads and the phones and the good quality, you know, cameras, everybody thinks, oh, hey, I'm a photographer, but it is a skill. It's a skill. You know, and, you know, people are still out here trying to make their businesses lucrative, or try to get their talents out there and their businesses out there. But a lot of businesses, I'm hearing from different photographers and certain things like that, different occupations like that a lot of people aren't calling anymore. Do you find that the calls are slowing up for photography, or no?
It's a lot of photographers.
Yeah.
I'm going to say quote unquote photographers. Yeah. Because taking a picture, uploading it, sending it to somebody, it's simple.
Yeah.
But
everyone doesn't have that eye though.
Yeah, no, not everyone has an eye, and then there's the technical aspects behind taking a picture, like the lighting behind it. Right. You know, where you take the pictures, what's
changing your filter doesn't make you a photographer.
Right.
You know, they think that, right?
Buying a fisheye lens,
right? Make you exactly. But and that's key. What you're saying, it's the lighting, it's the whole,
it's everything.
Yeah.
Like, it's less about taking the picture and more about what's around, what's in the picture. You know,
yeah.
What type of feel that do you get from the picture or whatever?
Yeah. So, is this business fun for you guys?
Yeah.
It's fun. You enjoy it when you wake up. Like it's a good thing.
Yeah. Whenever we have a call or a client or meeting up for something, it's
exciting.
A good time.
Yes. Yeah. So do you guys have other jobs too? I know you do.
Yeah, I work 2 other jobs.
Okay, 2 other jobs. See, he's on his grind. That's what I'm talking about. You. Yeah. Okay, because you couldn't have been the last one to say no. I don't got no job. Like you couldn't have been. They set the trend. You followed that trend. We're gonna follow.
A few months ago, I would have said no.
Okay, but progression. Yeah. Okay, and that's good. And then pretty soon, you guys will probably not even need those jobs. Hopefully, some people will see you here. Anybody that I talk to, I'm definitely going to tell them about you guys. So you're relatively a small business. Where do you see your business in the next year?
2016. We have a lot of plans for 2016.
Okay.
We want to purchase our own studio space for photography.
Love it.
Have our own showcase.
Our own showcase. Purchase another studio for music.
I'm so proud of you guys.
Trying to work with more people, more locals, and we're just trying to push the business, get our website up and running, and just work on the brand, keep things coming.
What he said. What he said? What he said? Okay. And I think that's I'm just so proud that you guys have a vision. You have goals. You have a mark here. to reach? Like, you didn't say, oh yeah, I'm not sure, or we just want to get, another customer. You're not thinking small. Like, you really those were major things. And I really believe that you can accomplish those in 2016. I really, really do. I really do. So why is it important for you guys? And I want you to just be an inspiration to young men out there, young Black men out there, young Black girls out there. They're looking at you guys as examples and role models. And I know people don't like to feel like they're under a microscope and somebody is watching them and they have to be someone's role model. So it's not the fact that you have to consciously do it, but just sitting here, you're already doing that. So what would you tell a young person right now that they have all the creative talents that you guys have and they want to start a business? Like, what would you tell them? What advice would you give them?
Just do it.
Just do it. I'd say.
And sometimes it's that simple. He dropped the mic.
I mean, if you really love what you do and you have good ideas, I don't think there's anything that should stop what you're doing. I mean, they say if you do something well, then make money from it.
Right.
You know what I mean? So I don't see any reason why you shouldn't start a business.
Okay. Wonderful. And what do you guys say for the people who pigeonhole young Black men and stereotype young Black men? What do you say to those people, and how do you feel about that?
Stop. It's not okay.
Yes.
It's been long enough. A lot of ideas, a lot of things that could have changed a while ago. That's not. A lot of things that are just staying the same. The culture is getting stagnant.
Mm-hmm. And I think we do need a lot more unity as a whole. Mm-hmm. I mean, I just read some article about like the DMV and why people don't blow up as much as they should. Like in other places, like you always hear
DC,
about
Maryland, Virginia, for those of you guys that are looking from other
you always hear about like a new artist from Atlanta or a new artist from
Atlanta,
from
LA,
or something, and no one from here. I mean, recently there have been a few artists
that are coming out,
but I think people just need to work together more.
I agree.
And stop shutting each other down. Yeah.
If we have different ideas, different views on things, then why not work together?
Right. And I agree. There's room for everyone.
Right.
If you have a talent, if you have a gift, if you want success, if you want your own business, it's room for everyone.
And then on the flip side, don't be selfish with the success. Like,
say that again. Hey. Teach the adults. Well, you're an adult, but teach the older generation.
Yeah, you can't be selfish with the success. Like, you gotta spread the wealth, because that makes more wealth.
Yeah, I love it. I'm so proud of you guys. Like, so do you have any final words for our viewers? And and I know your business, but what as a whole, what do your futures look like? Because they look bright to me.
Looks bright. Right. And I don't know whether that's like personal bias speaking or objective.
No, you have to speak it. You have to claim it.
I feel as if
own it.
You have to speak it to existence.
That's right.
Self-fulfilling prophecy.
Say it again.
Self-fulfilling prophecy.
You have to.
Because like if I sit here like, man, we're not gonna make it. We're not obviously not gonna make it if I keep saying it over and over again.
Yeah. Because I know you're shaking and agreeing.
Oh yeah, I mean, ever since I was a kid, I always like no matter where I was at, I never felt as though I fit in with these people. Mm-hmm. Yeah, they're cool because I'm an only child, so I'm not with people. I'm really like picky,
selective.
So, yeah, but I just know that like now I can say for sure I'm a visionary.
Hello, I love you guys' confidence. I love it. And I just really want to thank you guys for coming. You're welcome back anytime. Whatever I can do to help you guys, I'm going to do that. And I mean that from the bottom of my heart. I want to see you guys successful, and I want you guys to just blow up. So like every part of the country, they know who you are and they know your product, because you guys are doing a lot of things. There are a lot of people that need all of those services. So I thank you guys so much for coming on Konversations and sitting down chatting with me today.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you. Okay. To all my young people, anything is possible. You don't have to stop at an idea or a thought. You can take your talents to the next level. If you want it, you have to go out and you have to get it. Dreams come true if you chase them and make them happen. Entrepreneurship can happen at any age, as you can see here. You just have to have the determination and the foresight to start your journey. Dreams plus work equals success. So go out there and be successful in anything that you want to do. If you have naysayers, just hi hater and keep it moving. You really have to acknowledge the haters, and they say it all the time, it's so cliche, but you really have to let the haters be your motivators, because that should give you more steam and more fire under you to really be successful. If you're in college, that doesn't mean you have to drop out of college right now to go do that. If you're in college and that's where you need to be, then be there. If you're in college and you don't feel like you need to be there, have that conversation with your parents. Sit down and talk to them, or whoever is funding that. Because when they see that they might be wasting money here, then they might sit down and listen and have that conversation with you. But I think that you should always be true to yourself. You should be true to what's in your heart, and you should really do whatever feels good in your soul. So thank you so much for watching. And remember, you are a star, so don't let anyone dim your shine. Until next time, peace. Thank you.